yourself handing your $600 smartphone over to your young kids frequently, usually to kind of shut them up? I mean, let's face it, as parents, that's oftentimes what happens. Or to entertain them. We'll go with that. Well, our next guest has a safer solution, a Bluetooth phone for kids that is really awesome. Got our attention here at CES, so we said, we've got to have her on the show. Her is the founder and mom and inventor from YipYap, Angela Smith. Angela, welcome into Tomorrow. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. You're doing some fun things. So tell me, first of all, tell me YipYap. How did that come about? And then we'll get into the PipSqueak.
Sure. So it's been a few years ago. I'm a mom. I have 4 children, and my husband travels for work. And I had this issue every time he was gone. They want to talk to him or grandma who's traveling. And I'm sorry, him while he's traveling, or grandma who lives out of state. And I was handing my smartphone to them, and every time I did it, I cringed because I know how expensive it is, and I have many broken screens on my smartphone. So,
well, not to mention that you might actually need it. You know, maybe you're getting a text from the hubby or somebody, or just something happening.
Or I want to check the weather or the time, and they have it. So my husband's been in wireless his whole career, and I just looked at him one day and I said, can we just make a Bluetooth headset that looks like a phone for our kids?
And what an awesome idea.
That was sort of the genesis. That's where we began, and it has grown into something much more than just a Bluetooth phone.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm so proud of you because you're one of those entrepreneurial folks that take the obvious and say, well, why hasn't anyone else done this? You know, it's like, I can't believe that I'm the only one thinking this way.
Yeah, we hear that a lot. Like, I can't believe no one else did this. So.
Exactly. Well, because, Bluetooth headsets abound. I mean, if we had guests that come to our broadcast booth and said, ours is the next best thing since sliced bread, we'd be going nuts on just Bluetooth headsets. Well, this is so different and so appropriate and so helpful to parents and entertaining for the kids. Let's talk about the PipSqueak itself. Is this a working model? If we power up and see anything?
This is. So you can see this is what a child would see when they first turn it on.
Okay.
We have our own
on camera.
It is an Android-based device, but it will communicate with a parent's iPhone or Android phone.
Good.
But the back end of this is Android.
And it's a touchscreen, no doubt. Because
no, actually, it's not a touchscreen. And the purpose is our target audience is a 3 to 8 year old, and so if you give it to a 3, 4, 5 year old and they drop it and it's a touchscreen, you're in the same issue. Issue you did with your own phone.
Plus, it makes it much more expensive a product if you do
exactly.
that. Yeah.
So it uses a D-pad so that we have a more robust phone. So you can drop this on concrete; it is not going to break.
Okay. So I'm sort of scrolling with arrow keys, which makes it very easy, and you select something and anything in particular that you want to talk about while we're showing it on camera.
So it has lots of features. So in addition, the main features that we developed it for was calling. So rather than handing your smartphone to your child if they want to talk to someone, you route the call via Bluetooth to PipSqueak, and they can talk on that device.
Gotcha.
The smartphone app will allow you to say, okay, only calls from mommy, daddy, grandma, grandpa, whoever you say will go through. That way they're not getting a call from your boss or
and they're not calling Hong Kong.
Exactly. But what we realize is that we do so much more with our phones besides talk with them. We want to create that same experience for the kids. So,
I just went into a nice Minions song, or the Minions, or Let It Go. From You're giving them all sorts of cool options.
Yeah.
Too.
So this is sideloaded content that we personally own. This is my son's device.
Okay.
But basically, they can listen to music on it. They can watch movies on it. They can play games on it. The games are going to come from YipYap.com, are already loaded on the device. The music and the movies, they can sideload those. There is a 4 gig memory card inside the device.
Wow, you thought of all the important stuff.
Yeah, so, and then also it has voice recording and playback with voice modulation. Kids love to hear their voice sped up and slowed down.
That entertains them for hours.
Exactly.
So, I'm seeing gaming and just all sorts of neat things that will entertain them, keep them happy. And yet, when it's time, if they need to make a call, they need to say hi to grandma during the day or something, it's done. And it's, of course, done through your phone.
Exactly.
So everything's fine, and it's very limited. So, again, you restrict who they can call.
And all the content that's on it is coming from the parent. The parent is choosing the content and loading it onto it. Mm-hmm. So they have full control of what their child is listening to and looking at.
That's awesome. This is called the PipSqueak from YipYap, and it's YipYap.com. Is it available now?
It is available available now on our website.
And for how much?
$99.
Awesome. Oh, peace of mind, and not hand your $600 or $800 phone. I mean, I've got the Note 5, and
right.
the 3-year-old grandson likes to play with it. It's
That's
like,
right.
you put as good a case on it as you can get, and it's still like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh. That's exactly appropriate. And you said like 3 to 8 is the target
That's
age
our target
group
age group, yep.
That's awesome, and money well spent for something like that. YipYap.com. We'll link you there, too, when you visit us at IntoTomorrow.com. And, Angela, thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us. Good luck. This is awesome.
Thank you very much.
It's our pleasure. We're back with more next hour as Into Tomorrow continues our 21st year coverage of CES. This, the 2016 edition. I'm Dave Graveline on the Advanced Media Network.